Hello and welcome. Actually, I'll do a little song. Let me make up a song. Hello and welcome to the 2 Year Break podcast.
Is that a song by We Are Shit? The band We Are Shit.
that was awful.
It was the number one selling single.
Charlie, you're in a great mood. You do it.
Charlie, you do one.
Welcome to the 2 Year Break podcast. Was that not all right?
Yeah, but ship it.
All right. Well, hello everyone. Episode 8. What is this episode going to be called? Dan, what do you reckon it's going to be called?
Come on.
I have COVID.
Well, we don't know anything. We had COVID. It sucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's a clickbaity one there. We had COVID. It sucked. Actually, though, I never got it.
Brad never got it. He survived.
Yeah, and how did you feel? And when you finally got Freedom Day, because we were locked in, how did you feel? Did you go to the pub? Did you lean?
I did nothing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to all the people that wanted freedom.
I carried on staying in my home, playing games, and working.
Yeah.
I haven't been anywhere.
Mainly
because
disappointing to hear.
Yeah, mainly because I've got stuff coming up at the weekend that I don't want to miss. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where we'll get it and then
that sounds quite sensible, actually.
Yeah.
That is sensible. Yeah.
And who was on the sad news, Dan? Come on, tell everyone the sad news. What did we miss out? What did we miss out on because of COVID?
I was gonna say I wish we'd been that smart before this because we missed my stag do, which had been rearranged once before.
The second time.
Rearranged the second time.
Will it ever happen? Find out at some point.
Oh god!
It was really sad, actually. I was buzzing for.
Sorry.
Oh, he's an upside down ice cream.
Trying to turn it off.
I was buzzing for that, and
I was well excited.
I was so excited. George has done so much. Has the best. George is the best man, by the way. Everyone listening.
That's me.
George is the best man. Of Dan's wedding. Brad and I are. Well, we have our part.
Your groomsman.
We have our part to play, but George.
Yeah, our part to play is to lose weight for Dan's wedding.
Lose weight.
So you can fit into the suits, not just because I'm asking you to.
He goes, you all need to be skinny.
Like some sort of groomzilla.
Yeah, groomzilla.
No, I like that.
Yeah. No, right. Go on, Brad. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to know what's an acceptable. Obviously, I know we've got a taste later, and normally I'll have a beer in between this, but I've decided to go for Jack Daniels this time. What's an acceptable amount to put in the can?
No. Do you know what?
What's an acceptable amount of this to put in the can?
I think you should put 3/4 in.
How big is the bowl?
Will it fit?
Yeah, that'd easily fit in the can if you open it up.
50 mil, so that's just a double, isn't it?
That's a double,
yeah. It's a double.
But this can isn't.
That's like a glass. It fits into a glass, like a tumbler, isn't it?
Down some Coke.
Not if you keep drinking
Stick it in.
Yeah, I've got to get rid of the Coke. All right, it's going in.
Yeah, so put it all right. So Brad's on the JD and Coke, but if I remember rightly, you're a caffeine-free man. So is that a caffeine-free Coke?
Yep.
It's got to be in it.
I just panicked then.
Why is it? I was just saying, why is it pink?
No, you can't see there, but it says 0 caffeine.
Fine.
Nice.
So that's what he's doing.
Yes.
Did you ask us how we were? I'm not sure. George, how are you?
Charlie, how are you, mate?
I asked you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm fine.
Well, that's that.
I'm very tired, but I always am. That's about it. Yeah, it's got. Let's blame COVID. Let's blame COVID.
It made me tired. Dan, you were tired, weren't you?
Well, so like the first 3 days, I felt like death. I felt like it was like really bad flu-like symptoms. Really tired, really hot and sweaty, horrible. And then, weirdly enough, I lost my sense of smell and taste like 4 or 5 days in, which was weird.
Did you eat salad?
No, I just continue. Basically, it just meant I put salt on everything so I could taste it.
That's how it works then. If you got
much less healthy,
you put salt on it.
Yeah, I got less and less healthy. I smothered everything in salt so I could taste it.
No.
I've got to be honest. Honestly, I stopped smelling things a couple of days. A couple of days
straight away. Yeah.
And I opened a bottle of vodka. It was called the sniff test in our mouth.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Really?
Opened a jar of Piccadilly. Nothing. It was so weird. I smelled my missus' hair. Nothing. And I was devo.
So Charlie, apart from COVID, how are you, mate?
Oh, too. I had a devastating blow today.
Oh no.
This podcast has just been depressing throughout.
Oh no, right. Look, if COVID won't get you, crippling debt will. And I tell you what's happened. Right, I took my car in for an MOT and service, right, and you get that dreaded So I happen to be in the barbers, anyone who's watching. I've had a beer trim, don't worry.
Fresh.
But what happened was I was in the barbers, so I received a voicemail, and you either get one of two, right? You either get, "Hello, Mr. Barnard, your car's passed the MOT and it's ready for collection." Or you get the second one. You know what the second one is, isn't it? Hello, Mr. Barnard. It's past the MOT, but we need to speak to you about your car. You get that second one. We need to speak to you.
What is it?
Well, I feel like there's a third one, which is it didn't pass the MOT.
Yes, that's also... That's three.
I feel like this one's the third one that you're not expecting because you'll hear
you
passed your MOT and you're like, yeah.
Yes, actually to me... Yes,
I
started celebrating prematurely halfway through. They went, "But we need to speak to you about the car." And I was like, right. So I phoned them back and I said, "Hello, Ralph. I heard you need to speak to me about my car." Anyway, he proceeded to tell me that I have a leak on my clutch. He said, "You need a new clutch actuator." And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he said, "Well, it's going to cost you £1,134.
Fuck.
He's having you on. Get rid of Ralph.
Well, anyway, I've procured a number from my dear aunt, a friend of hers, who's his business card actually says Vauxhall Specialist, which is, I've never seen one of those before. So I'm going to ask him for a second opinion. But if it's not really. If Vauxhall are being fair and reasonable, then cancel the album, cancel the models.
Absolutely.
I can't fucking afford it, boys.
For Charlie, it's already been done.
He's seen you.
Cancel the adverts. I can't fucking afford them.
He's clocked you, Charlie. He's clocked you. He said, "That's Charlie from 2 Year Break. He knows nothing about cars. Get him.
For the purposes of the
Crank
YouTube,
that price up.
For the purposes of the YouTube version. It's John Lennon back from the dead. We can get him. We can get him financially.
I'll tweet that. I'll tweet it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, boys, I'm fucking skint. But on the upside, Freedom Day today, and I actually went to the pub and I went up there and I went, "I'll have a pint of Moretti, please." And they went, "That'll be £4.10. I went, "Sorry?" And they went, £4.10. I went, "Oh, fuck. I've just been charged £1,200 by my card." What? I'll do it on my credit card, no problem. And I went on the bar, and it was amazing.
Well, leaning on the bar.
Oh, mate, I ain't leaned on a bar for about 18 months. Have you?
Whoa, no.
Mate, honestly, fucking amazing.
I've been in a few pubs for like filming stuff, but not
a real bar,
private,
a real barmaid or a barman who's going to serve you that cold, delicious pint.
Well, 410's not that bad either, Charlie.
Yeah, it is when you've just had a 1,200 bill thrown at you.
Yes, George.
Yeah, but or you could just think it's a drop in the ocean now, isn't it?
Oh, to be fair, I looked at it and thought, 410, well, you know what I mean? I've got so much worse. You know, I might as well just throw the kitchen sink at it. Take all my money, fuck it. So, yeah, I had 4 pints in there, went down the shop, got myself I won't say, but I got the beer for the taste. Then I had to stand under the what's it called? The veranda. Should we call it that? I don't know.
Yeah, we can have it.
Yeah, we'll have that.
Yeah, because the rain was slapping the ground really hard, and I was literally like, "Oh fuck! Do I leave now, get back in time for this, or do I stay here?" I decided to go with the former, and I literally looked like I'd joined a wet t-shirt contest, and not a good one. So
you probably would have won though.
Oh, well, I was the only one who entered because the streets were deserted. But literally, all you could see was my belly and my nipples. It was terrible. It was like someone had, when someone was a waxing as well. I can't see that far, but I'm sure the people peering out from the restaurant windows, they probably could. I literally, it was like, when you put a waxing strip on and you literally pry it so tight to that. Or honestly, awful. So anyway, so I've had a great day. Dan, have you had a good day? Or
yeah, Dan, you don't really look like you're here. You're on your phone half the time. You even listening?
Do you know? Dan, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Do you know what? I have to apologise. Do you know what it is? I'm furious because I'm trying.
Oh, Dan, this is not the rant. That was last episode.
No, I'm having another rant. I'm trying to.
NCP, 3 words for you, 3 letters for you. NHS.
Yeah, NHS.
It's not them. It's not them.
It's not them. It's not the NHS.
It's the people who've made the apps, basically. If anyone can tell me how to get my digital NHS COVID pass, right? So apparently I've had COVID, so I'm now naturally immune for 180 days or something.
Naturally.
And I can get a COVID pass for that. If anyone can tell me how, that would be great, because I can't flipping figure it out. Like, I've downloaded 2 different apps now. Neither of them really were helping. I've gone on the website. That doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm a bit worn out.
Well, tonight's not fun because I'm angry. Dan's worn out. Paul said he's fine. Brad, did you? It's so long ago now. Did you say you're all right?
Do you know what, Charlie? I'm fucking not, man. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm upset. The main reason I'm upset is because this is the last podcast for a little while.
Oh, we're gonna have a little break, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a break, but we've loved every minute of it, and we can't wait to get back doing it. But we feel we need to end it there for season 1 and come back with some new material and try and make it even more interesting than it was.
Yeah,
it's clearly very interesting,
Yeah.
So, but the second reason I'm really upset is because I was supposed to be moving into a new house.
No, don't bring this up.
Yeah, I'm fucking going for it because I'm fuming. I'm livid, right? I've spent 3 months, round about 3 months with my girlfriend. We were looking at houses. We found one. Agreed that we wanted to buy it. The seller agreed that they were going to sell it to us. And then 3 months is your average time limit when you're buying a house that it takes to get everything done, all the solicitors to do their work and all the rubbish, all the shit that you don't even know is going on. Takes about that long. And then you finally get to the last stage after you've spent money on solicitors, which isn't cheap.
No.
It's more expensive, Charlie, than your clutch. I'll tell you that now.
Just about.
You get to the final stage, which is what's shit about England, because until they sign the contract, they can back out whenever they want. And on the final stage of buying the house, I sent the contract. Me and Emily, we signed it together, and we sent 10% of a deposit. We actually would have sent more, but they only wanted 10% at the moment, just to prove that we definitely still had it and we're going to buy it. So we sent 10% deposit, signed the contract, and then the lady received the contract for her to then sign it, and she decided on that moment that actually she doesn't want to sell the house anymore and wants to stay living in it. After we've spent money on solicitors and time and energy and excitement of like, oh my God, we're finally going to be moving into our first home, just to be like stomach punch, boom. Like
that's the horrible thing. Isn't
it? That's where I'm at. I'm just getting out of the stages of being upset about it, and I'm now ready to hopefully find another house that we love and enjoy. Yes. Obviously, we did really like the house we bought or was going to buy, but so that's where I'm at. That's my rant, guys. So actually, in the grand scheme of things, all you guys fucking get over it, all right? NHS app is fucking nothing, mate. I've got a 10% deposit somewhere. I ain't got it back yet.
George said he was fine.
I'm tired.
He said tired.
That's it.
So there you go. Have some of that.
That was very depressing, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, George. Now that you know we're all very annoyed, sad,
angry,
depressed,
How am I going to bring it up?
Can you ask us a question and help us out? Help lift the mood.
Right, how am I going to bring this up? Right, okay, here we go. Natasha Coxon's got back in touch.
Has she?
The one who said toes to fingers for toes.
Yeah, we remember last week.
No. She's gone one further.
No,
she hasn't.
She said, "Would you rather have fingers for arms or arms for fingers?"
Is she slowly working her way around the body?
Sorry. Can we just repeat that, please?
Right, fingers for arms. Yeah. Arms. So tiny or arms for fingers.
Okay, can I just clarify?
So they'd be little.
Yeah.
So,
are they little? Or
so are they little fingers? So
little arms on you.
Arm would be like this long. And then are we also clarifying that there'd be little miniature versions of these or the same size arm attached to my fingers?
Yeah, because if you go to someone...
Or would they be little miniature, like, scaled size? Are we going with, like, scaling? So, like...
So there's a hand on the end of your arm.
So there'll be these little arm hands, like, with extra fingers on. So actually I'd have...
that'd be great.
Quick maths. 50 fingers.
Has she
I'd have 50 fingers on my...
Well, no, she didn't specify. She just said, I'll go one further.
She needs to get better at that, I think.
Right, so George, you clarify. Are we scaling this? So we got one massive finger as an arm,
okay. I think we need to scale
little
it.
Miniature hand.
I think we need to scale it.
One big finger or tiny little hands on your fingers.
I think it's got to be arms for fingers, where you've got tiny little hands on the end of your finger arms.
I think because you could be like, you could get these extra little grabs. So you grab, and then your little fingers on the hat would then.
I can just picture it now, like the little finger, and then you're grabbing stuff with like your little finger hands. Yeah,
or you could grab with one hand like that, and then all these little miniature fingers wrap around for extra. I want that.
Charlie, it's kind of like this, right?
Oh, thank you. There's the answers to the quiz later.
You would have all little fingers on the end of your fingers, like little hands on the end of your fingers.
We'd have these would be an arm, so you'd have a wrist at the bit there.
Oh yeah,
your hand.
See, this is where I got confused, right? So I thought it was going to be right. Imagine my arm finishes obviously at my shoulder, and then it's just one finger, massive finger that bends.
That's my elbow. I've been going from
that's
the elbow.
My elbow, yeah. That's my elbow, right in the middle. That's my arm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your arm.
Yeah.
Or do I have a hand, right? But these are all just arms. They're just arms. Yeah. That's an arm. That's an arm. But no hands on the end of the arms.
Oh yeah.
No. There's that.
Let's go for hands just for the lols. I now think we should involve the elbow. So actually,
I think fingers for arms.
I don't know.
Fingers for arms. So you'd be like this, picking stuff up with.
I'd just be pointing everyone's flaws out.
No, I'm sorry. if you had fingers for arms, you could like go down on your fingers and then your legs and be like.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to pick anything up.
I'll be doing press ups like that.
Yeah, because there would be joints. Because there'd be your fingers.
Still joint. This is the most
you have no thumbs or fingers.
I still don't think I fully.
There's too many different ways of doing this, isn't there? There's too many.
Can she ask us like a different one, like hot dogs or burgers? I think that's easier.
No.
I just don't know.
We'll have to get her to clarify.
This is much more interesting, if I'm going to be honest. I appreciate that one. I enjoyed that. My imagination went wild there, and I'm still picturing these.
I actually like that. Natasha, if you could do another one for us that we can come back to next time.
Work your way round the body. If you've already gone from hands to arms to, well, what's next? Torso? Would you rather have? Well, you figure out.
No, let's not go there. Right.
No, I was.
Okay, mate. Sure, you weren't. Yeah, fine. And then, right, okay, so also...
So we don't know the answer.
We don't know the answer.
Fingers for arms, that's what I'm going with.
If I've got little fingers on the end of my fingers, I'll have a bit of that.
Yeah,
I'll have a bit of that.
I'll have a bit of that.
Arms with no hands, remember that. John.
Sorry, what?
Arms with no hands instead of your fingers.
I'm so confused.
We're lost here.
Exactly.
Moving on. Next question.
We need to move on. We have to move on. Lily Ged has been in touch. We know her well.
Oh, hello, Lily.
She's expressed her interest in coming on the podcast, which we absolutely will do once we come back again.
Season 2, your guest number 1.
Yeah, 100%.
You heard it here first. That's it. Can't go back now.
Can't go back now.
Okay, well, you could cut that bit. Well, why would we? Because we do want you on it. So
exactly.
She sent in. She said, "Yeah, we can cut that bit." She sent in a lovely photo of Paul Blart Morgoth, which was absolutely hilarious.
Morgoth.
I'll tweet it out and I'll send it to you guys in the group. In fact, I'll just send it right now.
Send it now,
so you can laugh.
Here we go. Is it coming through?
Oh.
Full Blart Morgoth.
I love his green hair.
My favourite is the little cross.
The little cross. That's so good.
Oh, that is.
Oh, mate, there's so many good little like details. Like the neck tattoo is so good.
What's the little sticker on his collar? I'd love to know. I feel like it should say My Chemical Romance or something.
Yeah,
I reckon that's the artist's tag.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm loving it.
That's quite smart.
Well, thanks for that, Lily. If you're on YouTube, or in fact, I could probably. If you're on YouTube, we can probably.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's got the filter on.
Oh, look, he's got the glass.
There's Paul Blart Morgoth for you. She's also asked a couple of questions.
Yep.
So the first one is, and a few things come to mind. What's the stupidest thing one of you or all of you have done or said when creating music?
Stupidest thing.
So one thing that comes to mind for me when we were practicing is how Charlie counts into our songs. So we usually get a 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 using 2 beats.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. But to be honest, I've tried to rectify it in my head and I can't.
Yeah, you ended
5, 6, 7, 8.
You'd have 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, you would normally 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5, 6, 7, 8.
It doesn't make any sense, really.
But in my head, like I can't fix it.
5,
I honestly can't fix
8.
it.
There you go.
7.
No, 5, 6, then 8.
Yeah, well, but if I did that, I would need to start 5 a beat later, and that don't work for me.
Just 1, 2, 3, 4 would be fine, mate.
Oh, yeah, that's how you work it out, Charlie. You don't start with 5. You go.
But
1,
I think,
2.
do you know where I think that's come from, though? I think that's come from George, your beat, where you go. It actually started with a particular song we don't play anymore. I think it was A City, right? And you used to go dun 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 dun. I think I was just following your drum, and in my head I was going 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my god!
Yeah, pretty dumb. I know. Yeah,
but 8 is the one.
Yeah. It's dumb as fuck, but it works.
When we were recording the album as well, for ages we were confused about that mysterious.
Oh, that fucking F
F sharp or something. Yeah, we were like, does this work?
It took us 4 days to go, oh, yeah, it is in the key.
That'll do.
It didn't make sense.
No, I heard for so long. We were like, it sounds okay, but it shouldn't make sense. And it did. And we were like, it's not in the right key.
It took us 4 days.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about 4 days.
We were so thick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what you get when you don't study music theory enough in class.
Sorry.
So this isn't really the stupidest thing, but I think one of the funniest things that is stupid is when we've spoke about it before, but is when we're writing like melodies, we'll just spew random words.
I was going to say
you've
this
seen
as well.
it, like Don Broco have like posted some of their old
Robbie
songs
the rapper, didn't he?
Yeah, like some of their songs. It just they make no sense. They're just random. Words that fit within the melody just so that you can get a feel for it. And some of the words that Charlie comes up with when he's just randomly chirping away to a melody is so funny. I don't know if we've spoken about them, and I don't want to I'm not going to go on too much, but there was like I want to be a phone.
Yeah.
I want to play with my Oleo.
Be a phone. It's gotta go.
I want to be an Oleo.
I don't want to play with my Oleo.
What's
an Oleo?
What's an Oleo?
Oleo,
Turns out that they're actually a brand of headphones that Clint's sponsored by.
That's it. Yeah.
But you didn't know that at the time.
No, I was.
I don't think they're actually called Oleo,
But it's
no,
close
but
to that.
Oleo's oil in like Italian or something. But not that you
I want to play with oil, is what you're saying.
I want to play with my oil in Italian.
Maybe one day there'll be like a release of like what some of these songs originally started out with, like the vocal, what the random words were for the melodies.
Yeah, but it's actually, do you know what? It's really. I'm glad you said that about Don Broco as well, because obviously, like, we always sing gibberish, like when we make up our melodies and stuff. So when they posted that demo of Blood in the Water, where it went, I'm Robert the Rapper, Robert the Rapper, it made me feel really good, because I was like, oh, like, it's not just us, like other people make up absolute fucking like gibberish.
I think, Dan, you spotted that people use Rhyme Zone, didn't you? Like, you spotted some like BTS footage of other bands using Rhyme Zone.
Rhyme Zone's so good. I love it.
Brilliant. It's not just us that have to check Rhyme Zone to try and find the rhyme.
Oh, mate, when we were writing lyrics for the album, like, Rhyme Zone was literally like on my homepage. I was just like, what rhymes with heart? what rhymes with love? But yeah, there was just like, you just throw random shit in there. There was a ridiculous one. Do you remember? There was like a rhyme, and I was like, "All right, what rhymes with this?" So I was like scrolling down.
It was My Heart, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. I can't remember if it was like My Heart or something like that. It was like My Heart, My Raft, My Sea. What?
It was the C word.
It doesn't even rhyme.
I was like, that don't rhyme. And it don't make sense either.
And it definitely doesn't make sense.
Like,
why is that? And didn't that have like a 99% rhyme vote?
Oh, no. Oh, it had 92%.
That's ridiculous.
I remember the percentage. I sent the video to the 2 Year Break group chat. It's on there. Don't tweet it, because it's explicit. But
I'm not going to tweet that.
Explicit.
It's explicit. But honestly, weird as. Well, I don't want to swear now.
Well, we definitely swear in the podcast, but we don't go that far.
Yeah, we don't go. It was weird as fuck. But yeah.
Anyway, you were talking about percentages.
Things.
You were talking about percentages of words. Do you want to look what we've got on percent for our beer?
Oh yeah, we've got percentages.
Are we having a taste now?
I think so, because I think if my time is correct, it's been about half an hour, so that's about right.
Okay. That is about right.
Do you want a little taste?
Do you have a little taste? Questions now. Let's go for the taste.
Crap.
Let's give me a tasting.
Look at that pour, mate.
Oh, and 2 Year Break are back. We're back with another taste. And today, what have we got, Dan?
The finger.
We got the finger.
It's the bishop's finger.
Finally. Finally.
A pint of
it's
Bishops.
not finally. Finally, do you know what?
He's been asking for this for ages.
He's been asking this for ages, but this is all riding on Dan because I saw it in the shop and I looked at it and was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this.
No, I've got a bad feeling.
And George is speculating that this could be a low number from Charlie for sure.
Could be a low score.
This could be a 2.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, won't we?
Do you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I think it could surprise you all. Charlie could come out like with high scores on this one. I mean, Bishop's Finger, it's old man ale, basically.
It is. Well, I've got 2 sentences to get you excited.
Go on.
A classic Kentish strong ale. Bishop's Finger takes its name from the name of an ancient signpost on the Pilgrim's Way, pointing pilgrims to the shrine of Thomas A. Becket at Canterbury Cathedral.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a bit of a ledge, to be fair. So
I like
heritage.
Unless he did bad things, and then I didn't like him. But I don't know.
Actually, yeah, I said that quite prematurely because I
just cover yourself.
He was a character of history.
So, like, why have we called it an old man's beer?
Well, it's because it's you know when you go to like Tesco's or Sainsbury's or whatever, and then you've got the new craft beer bit sections. This is one of the ones that's nowhere near that. It's with all of the other that old speckled hen and
so
proper job and Doombar.
Is your ageist?
No. What I would say.
Look, sorry to tell you, no, I'm only messing. There's nothing wrong with just saying old man beer because I used to, when I worked in Yates, there was a Bombardier, and every that classic like old man that's kind of just, they love to just be in the pub every day,
propping up the bar.
Yeah, and they just prop up the bar, and you don't even have to ask what you want. You literally, as soon as you see him walk through the door, you're like, start pouring a Bombardier. Like, there you go, Eddie. Enjoy that, mate. And he
Eddie.
That was his name. That was his name, Eddie. And every time I saw Eddie, I'd be like, "Morning, Ed." Remember that, morning, Ed.
Morning, Ed.
Morning, Ed.
Yeah. Morning, Ed.
But,
should we give a good morning to Ed and have one of these?
morning, Ed.
Morning, Ed.
Oh my God, Ed. I've already
taste.
tasted one as well.
In the words of Charlie Barnard,
I want Charlie
not
first.
for me. It's not for me.
Go on, Charlie.
There's a weird aftertaste. I feel like I'm drinking. I don't know what I'm drinking.
I don't mind it so
I
far.
feel like I'm drinking a pint of wood.
Yeah. I agree. Like dead.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's no more deserving than. Oh, do I be generous? Do I not? No, stick to your guns. That's a 4.
Oh, I was expecting lower actually.
Yeah.
It's a 4. So
Right.
George actually gives it a 5.
Actually, I'm going to shock you all here.
Oh my God, he's getting worse than me.
Can't.
He doesn't want that. He never wants it. It's in the 3s. Oh fuck!
It's a 3.
The last podcast of the season, and you've absolutely rattled the cage.
No, do you know what though?
No,
right? I was thinking in the 3s, but in terms of sessionness, I could easily drink that all day. So it bumped it up.
No, it's really, really not.
It's not great.
My taste buds are like all over the place, and I basically I read I could be like this could be absolute shit, but I looked it up before I because when I used to pour Bombardier, I remember it being warm, so I looked up how is Bishop Finger best served, and most people were saying 50 as in like, so put one bottle in the fridge and one bottle at room temperature, and then pour 50 of the fridge in and 50
that's weird.
room temperature. So it's then the right temperature where it's not too cold, but it's not too warm. So I basically made sure that I didn't put it in the fridge until we started the podcast, so it would only have a little time to cool.
Right.
So it's kind of like in a weird temperature, which is supposedly where it's best served. And yeah, I'm not. Nah.
And you hate it?
A 3. I don't like it.
It's a 3.
I would not buy that.
I don't know what to give it.
Yeah, he doesn't know
That's
whether
fair.
to be like.
I don't know.
"Oh,
I
it's
don't.
good. I recommended it, or
No. The thing for me is the fact that I don't know whether my taste buds are back properly yet because I can't really taste anything. And I don't know if that's just.
caveat that.
I don't know if it's
Caveat
just.
that.
I don't know if it's just because the beer doesn't taste of anything, but I can't smell it or taste it. So, what would you give it? Middle of the road.
Well, I'm going 5, as Charlie said.
5, middle of the road. I think I'm gonna have to scratch
Of course
it.
you bloody are. That means you fucking hate it, George.
I don't hate it, but I definitely wouldn't choose it.
So probably 5 is in the realms of fair play for you.
Yeah.
I'm really
Actually,
struggling.
now I'm thinking 4's like
Dan,
4's reasonable. 4's
Dan,
reasonable.
why have you
I'll drink it.
ended the
Why have you
podcast
ended
season
the
on this?
podcast with a bishop's finger?
Well,
But what you've got to remember, sorry, Dan, what you've got to remember is we've been drinking fizzier beers, fizzier like pale ales all season. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying that. All season, right? And this is dead.
No, do you know what?
Comparison to all of them, but then it's supposed to be dead.
Do you know what I'm annoyed about? Is the fact that I actually I prefer like proper job from
Yeah,
Tribute.
proper job is nice.
We
I
can't
should've-
do
I
a
sh-
proper job because we've all had that and we all like it.
Yeah,
I haven't had that.
Have you not?
So
Never had a proper job.
what I'm going to propose here is
You've never had a 9 to 5, will you? Get a job, you lazy prick.
yeah, I've never had a proper job. At least I've had a job.
Yeah, fine.
But right, so you know what? Let's spice this up, right? This is a shit beer from my end, right? It's a 3 from me. It's a 4 from Charlie.
That's
It's
a
a
4.
5 from George. Dan can't taste it.
I'm
but
scratching it.
He's gonna.
So he has to go as an average then.
He's
for 4.
had it before. I know he's had it before. He doesn't remember. He's had it before, and he recommended it again. So I'm going to say he probably would have said 5.56 because he.
I reckon, yeah.
I
To
think
say
that's
face.
probably
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
So to end this season on a high, because this is clearly a low because it sucked, I'm going to down it right now.
Oh, God.
No, no, as a 4.
I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of it.
Just
It's
below
going.
average. Wouldn't choose it, but I would have it, you know, like if given to me.
Oh.
I will
All right,
drink.
go on, Brad.
Charlie, am I going to down it or not?
Brad's creating a moment. Yeah?
Sorry, Brad, down it.
You sure?
This will be great
I
for.
want you to drown it. It'd be
disgusting.
great. Drown it.
Yeah, but Brad,
look good.
only that one, because please drink responsibly.
Yes. Sorry, please drink responsibly. This is responsible.
This will be great for the audio only.
Yeah, but
Wait, let's see if we can hear him.
so actually,
Can we hear it?
no, we can't. Oh, there you go. Look, there's a fucking big gulp there.
Oh,
There's a
God.
little
It's
burp there.
disgusting. All right. Anyway,
job.
back to. I can go back to my new. I
Good,
re-poured. I poured myself a Jack Daniels and Coke again.
There you go. Right.
Nice.
Back to your taste buds comfort zone.
Right, do you want to move on to a game? Yeah, let's move on.
That's the game.
I'm going to give you a choice.
Game. Give us the game.
I'm actually going to give you a choice. So we can do one more round of band name related game,
I love it.
or we can do a round of what 3 words make up a chorus game. Dan, what's your vote?
Just because we only did it once. We only did 3 words, didn't we?
You're doing it.
So I feel like, and we've done the band name one a few times.
Well, Chaz, what's your
I
vote?
love it. I love it so much.
I do love the band name.
Are we doing the band names?
We just play both and just pick the best one.
No, we're doing band names. We're doing band names. It's
Have you?
confirmed here.
So what? Chaz and Brad, have you both gone for band
We've
names?
got band
Oh,
names.
band
I
names.
know.
No. Sorry. I just down a beer. I'll completely get my words mixed up. What I meant
Alright.
is, let's make a song.
Right. Okay.
What 3 words?
Dan, what I want from you first then is your favourite pub or restaurant.
I bet he picks a chain like a prick. We try and pinpoint that, you dickhead.
Prezzo.
Sort of less.
Prezzo was what I was thinking.
No, I'm gonna pick one of the local breweries near me.
Of course
I am. I'm gonna go for Two Tribes.
Two tribes. Support local.
That's right outside that record label, isn't it?
Two Tribes.
That's in Tile Yard in London.
It's in Tile Yard, yes.
Right, Dan. Here's your 3 words.
Wait.
You know what? They're pretty good.
Fucking pens on.
Oh, of course they fucking are. We're gonna get fucking
Right. Go.
Right. First word, moon. Second word, final.
I thought it was gonna be stars.
Moon.
Third
And space.
Third word, talked. 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 So and I'll go with the same thing we did last time. So you can use talked.
No, you don't. No, you have to use talked.
All right, I'll use talked.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. No, I'm willing to take that risk because I think talked is going to be too hard for him.
Okay. All right, we're taking that risk.
Can we just clarify? Is there a style? Because last time we said it had to be a pop punk.
Yeah, let's go American pop punk. Let's keep with it.
You want to stick with American pop punk?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You can't put Taylor Swift in it. You can't put Taylor Swift in this.
He can. He can, and he'll do.
Yeah,
what
you can.
George.
You can.
I bet he does Spice Girls again. He's going to do he's going to do like Girls Aloud.
Yeah, moving on.
I've just realised, for anyone listening that hasn't heard the other one, I didn't explain the game. Just really quickly, it is 3 words on What 3 Words app. It's a location app where every square meter has 3 words allocated to it. And with those 3 words, these guys have got to make up a chorus in the American pop punk style using these 3 words. Right, Charlie, favourite restaurant, pub?
Restaurant. Okay, I'm going to go restaurant. I like Dishoom.
Yeah.
In King's Cross.
Dishoom in King's Cross, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
on what's it called? On Cold Drops.
Cold Drops. This is a very King's Cross heavy place.
Not until Brad picks McDonald's at A127.
I'll have McDonald's on the A127, please.
Yeah. Charlie, here we go. These words aren't quite as good.
Oh, fuck, of course they not. Because they're going to be like onomatopoeia.
Yeah, that's the first one. No. First one is study.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I got to write this down.
What's wrong with study?
Study.
No, actually, study's fine.
Study's okay. Second one is drew, as in the past tense of draw, drew. And the third one is shops.
Can we change it from restaurant? Give me somewhere else.
What, pub? Or restaurant or pub? How about Yates, where you used to work?
Yeah, go on. Yates in Romford.
Okay, Yates in Romford. Oh, my goodness.
Fuck off. They're not going
Let's
to
go. Banana.
Brad, it's not good.
Yeah, go on.
This is the worst I've ever seen. Okay.
Yes!
Oh, no, it's not. It's not.
The first word is admiral.
Admiral.
Yeah.
Fucking rhyme with that, you prick.
Right with that, you prick.
It doesn't get any better.
Okay.
The second word is natively.
No.
The third word is okay. The third word is snacks.
Oh, this is so good.
Natively.
I'm suddenly happy about my work.
Brad, that's 3 really fucking hard words there.
That's so out of order. Well, that was a spanner in the works.
Here we go. All right,
Look, guys, sorry, George. I'm going to be completely honest.
Go on.
This was impossible. However, I've just got to settle on the last line is so shit and makes no sense to what I was trying to go for. But the funniest thing is that Admiral, and I will apologise to the viewers out there, I did use native, not natively. But
that's fine.
We're allowing that.
We'll allow that. Yeah,
we're allowing it.
Admiral and native made sense, but I just can't find a way to fit snacks in. And I have used snack, and I'm really like, The last line is just absolute, makes no sense. So
none of mine make sense.
We've all been dealt a shit hand. You've just been dealt a shitter one.
No, Dan's words were fine. We're going to go with Dan first.
Oh, really? We went Dan last time, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Right, Dan, go on. Dan, get your Taylor Swift out.
Okay. Right, ready.
Can we just wait before we start? Dan,
Sorry.
what were your words?
Do you want me to say them all?
My words were moon, final, and talked.
Absolutely.
Right. Are you ready?
And did you use any different?
No, I used them exactly as they were.
Fine.
Wow. What a legend.
Play.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I really am.
I'm so not ready.
Right. Okay. Last night I talked to the moon and it said, do you want to be a star? I said, yeah, I want to be famous. Now I'm starring in the season final of my favorite TV show.
That was like
really good.
Yeah, that was like the last chorus, like the end to a song, and it like extended it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was fucking. I can see that in a teen movie.
Yeah. I liked it.
I know.
Favorite TV show.
So like, last night, I don't want to bar.
Last night.
Oh, that's better than I expected, Dan.
You've not done nothing with them. You've literally created a pop punk from 2000.
Yeah, it was proper Blink. I channeled some Blink there.
Really?
Last night.
I'm actually so ashamed.
I'm so sorry.
Dan, you're in the running here. You could win this.
No, I'm ashamed of what you're in there.
Right, Brad, do you want to go second?
Come on, follow that.
I don't want to follow that. I don't want to follow that. But I'll follow it. Okay.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Get your snacks in.
Let me just remember it. Yep. Okay. If I fuck it up, it doesn't matter.
Well, what were your words?
My words were Admiral.
Hard.
Natively, which I changed to native because
native.
Oh, fuck yourself, George.
It wasn't me, it was Charlie.
And snacks, which I changed to snack.
Not easy.
All right, native Admiral snacks. Shall we go?
So I've gone for. Hey there, Admiral Nelson. How's your son? Does he speak in your native tongue? He said, I'm not Admiral Nelson. Leave me be, go away, or I'll snack on your thumb.
You know what, mate? Pretty good. Obviously, the snack line doesn't make any sense.
I was like, well...
I'll snack
here, Admiral Nelson.
Yeah. The thing is, thumb wasn't given to you. You could have snacked on anything.
But snack doesn't rhyme with any of the words, and Admiral Nelson really fit. So I wanted to go with, like... I asked Admiral Nelson, like, how he's doing, and he's like, I'm not Admiral Nelson. I'm like, I'll eat you. I'll eat your thumbs, go away.
My thumbs!
Because nothing rhyme with Nelson that, like...
The thumb does? What?
Nelson, thumb, it made a bit more sense than, like... it doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to make sense, all right? Admiral Nelson isn't Admiral Nelson. Whoever I was talking to just wants to eat thumbs.
Look, he's eating thumbs. Would you rather have thumbs for fingers or fingers for thumbs? I don't know.
And I know thumb doesn't rhyme, really, but it kind of rhymes because, like, snack on your, like, Nelson, thumb, son.
No, mate, it was pretty good,
Brad,
mate.
Nelson.
To be fair, Brad, that was fucking pretty good. I'm fucking those two are hard to follow because they were both really good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Admiral Nelson is watching, although it's not Admiral Nelson, it's someone else, and he will snack on your thumbs.
Yes, and I can feel that will happen, and I'm scared about it. So my words were study, so I used studied.
Yeah, after having a go at Dan. Yeah.
After having a go at Dan, obviously, yes. Drew.
Yeah.
And shops. So mine's more about the lyrical content, and the song is called "And Then I Drew It."
Right, okay.
And then I drew it.
Yeah. So it goes.
Here we go.
I studied your body, and then I drew it, and then I watched it walk around the shops I saw. Then my heart dropped. I felt so alive that I couldn't be stopped. So I studied your body, and then I drew it, and then I drew it, and then I drew it.
I don't know what to say.
That's so good. I mean,
It's so shit, more like.
Studied your body.
it's in the wrong key
Then I
for
drew
you.
it.
I really don't know what to say.
It is in the wrong key for me. When I started singing, I thought, this is high. I thought, this is really high.
So sorry, just the lyrical content. You studied someone
I
that you wanted to draw.
Yeah, I
So
studied
then you
your
followed
body,
them around the shops.
and then I drew it, and
Yeah.
then I watched it
You
Right.
watched it.
walk around the shops I saw. You then my heart dropped.
You
I felt
then-
so alive that I couldn't be stopped. So I studied your body, and then I drew it, and then I drew
God.
it.
So do you know what this?
Then
I don't know about this.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know the show on Netflix, You? There's a show on Netflix called You, and it's got the guy Dan from Gossip Girl.
Yeah, it's a
and
very good show, actually.
And,
Yeah,
and
very
he's,
good.
he's basically a creepy dude who like stalks this
I
girl.
did say it was.
Yeah, that's you, mate.
Yeah.
No, but there's nothing wrong with like saying like because Enter Shikari has a song where it's like, and I said, "Park your car and come on up to my house." Wait, I want to see your body. Like,
No, but
it's just the way it's the way he mentioned that he then went to the shops with this
Yeah.
person.
Followed her
No, no.
around. Yeah.
Is it a her or is it a he or is it a they? What is
in
it?
my
Yeah.
in
It's
my
not
could be,
specified. It's not specified.
in my mind, what it is it's someone he's never met before, and he's just wants to study her body, and then he's walking and following her around the shops, and then they're drawing her in secret, like a flipping creep.
It's worth mentioning this hasn't happened. It hasn't really.
This ain't no Titanic here. This is a fucking full-on stalk, mate.
What's weird is though, when I was writing the lyrics, I pictured myself in Romford Mall, and I feel really bad about it because I've never done that.
You're just sitting there having a coffee on a table watching people work past. Like, you're my target. I studied your body.
This is, I don't
Then
know
I
what to think
drew
of this
it.
At all.
Well,
This
if
is a
anyone's
creepy
gonna,
end.
Well, look, I'm a product of the words that were given to me. Shops.
Oh no.
oh no, George.
Oh no.
How has it happened
Well-
again?
There you go. If that's a way to, if that's a game to end on, I'm proud of us.
That was good. That was a good ending. I think that was a good effort from all round there. There was
It's so difficult to make a song.
What I do need to decide a winner in some way. Do you? Excuse me. Do you guys think that you can do a rundown of the songs again?
Yeah.
last night I talked to the moon.
Yep.
And it said, do you want to be a star? I said, yeah, I want to be famous. Now I'm starring in the final of my favorite TV show.
Yes. Last night. Oh, yes, good.
Last night I want to be
That's good.
Here we go.
Hey there, Admiral Nelson. How's your son? Does he speak in your native tongue? He said, I'm not Admiral Nelson. Leave me be, go away, or I'll snack on your thumb.
Why is he in his thumbs?
I love how Admiral Nelson has a conversation. He goes, I'm not Admiral Nelson.
Yeah, because I picture me going like, hey, Admiral Nelson, how's your son? Does he
not
speak in your
Admiral
native tongue?
Nelson.
Like, I'm not Admiral Nelson. Leave me be, go away, or I'll snack on your thumb.
Right, Charlie, I need yours once more.
Away with you, child.
Sorry.
I studied your body, and then I drew it, and then I watched it
do like that.
Walk around the shops, I saw you, then my heart dropped. I felt so alive that I couldn't be stopped. So I studied your body, and then I drew it, and then I drew it.
I just don't know what.
Why is it? Why is it free and then I drew it? Why is it not? I studied your body and then I drew it, and then I drew it. And then I drew. Like, what's the point in that third one?
And then I drew it.
And then I drew it.
This is the end of the song.
It just keeps going.
You haven't heard the verses or the main chorus.
I honestly don't
last
know how to pick a winner. Like that. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Flip a coin, bro.
Okay, I'm just going to make a decision.
I know who I'd pick, actually.
I know who I'd pick.
Dan, I think you're first for me.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
I would have picked Dan.
I would have picked Brad, to be fair, because I thought he had the hardest words.
Yeah, true. I'm just going to go. You know what? They were all.
No, George, don't succumb to peer pressure.
They were all.
Chose Dan.
They were honestly all so good.
Yeah,
I'm going
class though.
I'm going Dan, Brad, Charlie. Sorry, Chaz.
No, it's fine.
I think mine was the most pop punk, but I mean,
yours
Charlie's...
feels like in all honesty, I think Charlie said it earlier, but I picture like a cartoon on like Cartoon Network or something. And that's the intro, and it's like about this kid that's finally like that he's almost like maybe he's gone into like an alternative universe and ended up on the show that he loves, and it's like I spoke to the moon and he made me a star.
Yeah, it's proper like it's like the most like simple plan, isn't it?
And like on that last bit where you say like, and I'm on my final TV show, it'll be like bam 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 bam, and then he'll be like smiling with like the fake family that he's now part of the TV show.
No, to be fair, George, to be honest, I would have accepted either Dan or Brad. I thought they were both.
I would have picked Dan as well. So
yeah, so fair play.
Fair enough, but they were all really good. And you know what? That was a great end to the podcast. Although it's not the exact end of the podcast. We still need a TY Beats, but that was an excellent last game.
Is there any last final things we want to say, question, anything before we're never doing it again.
It's going to be about a couple of months break basically, and then we'll come back.
2 year
break.
2 year break?
Break.
2 month break.
2 month break.
There's probably a band called that. That's the new game.
Actually, I found a question in my emails.
There's a band called 2 Months Off. No, actually, it's a song. Sorry.
I've found a question in my emails here, and actually, it turns out they asked us this ages ago, and we just never got around to it. They're called Splomble Bibble,
right.
And Splomble Bibble would love to know what all of our final now don't take too long on this, but what our final, if we were on death's row,
why is it always
our final meals?
Why is he always death? Oh, okay. Well, he did ask that last week, didn't he?
No, that wasn't.
No, that was Chadley blah blah.
Yeah, that. But this person wanted to actually know what our final meals forever.
Do you know what the default is?
No, I don't actually.
Yeah, the default is like a steak dinner with like all vegetables and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it cooked by like a high-end chef, or is it just a
it's probably
microwavable steak meal?
No, I'll cook it myself. Actually, I'll cook it myself.
Okay, so
I don't know if you can request that.
So Charlie, Dan,
sharp knives.
Charlie, Dan, George, and myself, individuals, quite quick and snappy.
Yeah.
What would be your final meal and drink before you walked down that horrible road to the end of your life sentence?
Well, who's first?
Right, I'm going to go first.
Dan.
I want a big bowl of tonkotsu ramen, but it has to be like huge. So it takes me ages to eat it.
So big that it rolls into the next day.
Yeah. Oh, can't kill me now.
He's too big to fit in the chair.
Yeah, he just starts gassing out the room whilst he's being killed.
He makes his escape.
Yeah, but tonkotsu ramen, and just to go with the theme, a nice cold, crisp
Bishop's finger.
Asahi.
Right.
Asahi, yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
George.
Bad decision.
What do you mean? It's my decision.
Right, I'm going to go
The beer
for
was wrong.
rolling off the tongue. I'm going to go for a chicken vindaloo. Obviously.
Made by your dad, really upsetting and sentimental. Yep.
Yep. I'm going to have it done by my dad.
Your dad gives you your final meal.
He's in the kitchen making it. Yeah, he handed it to
son,
me.
You've committed so many. You've committed a felony that's caused you to be killed. Here's your last meal by your dad.
I'd like to think I haven't done anything too bad. Let's say tax fraud.
You're on.
You're on death's row, mate.
mate.
Let's just say it was a false accusation, and it wasn't you. It was someone else.
It wasn't real.
Jared, not Jared Way. Billy
Jared.
Joel. Billy Joel has been. It was actually Billy Joel, but they arrested you instead.
Yeah, Billy Joel Armstrong. Right. So I'm having chicken vindaloo. I don't want the rice. I just want loads of chips. But I want to start with loads and loads and loads of poppadoms. That's my thing. And then I'll have
mango chutney, right?
loads of mango chutney, all of it. And then I want a pint of Vocation, the one we liked on the podcast.
Oh, how sentimental.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting there in the prison and be like, see you later, T1B.
Let's have a little taste. Final taste.
Yeah, you're like,
One last taste.
Final taste. We're all opposite each other, ready to watch one go, one by one. So Dan's just died. George is off. It's just me and Charlie left in the cell. Like,
George, that's sad. I'm part of the Vindaloo crew too, so I'm also
that's a great song title, Vindaloo Crew 2.
I'm also in the Vindaloo crew, so I'm having the chicken Vindaloo. However, I'm having it as a chicken Vindaloo wrap, naan wrap.
Oh,
I'm having it as a naan wrap, a keema naan wrap.
Keema naan.
Yeah, with chicken Vindaloo in the middle.
Got to be a big wrap.
There.
Yeah.
Massive wrap.
Yeah.
As big as tomorrow. I'm having that, right, and a plate of rice on the side. So,
Okay, yeah.
it. And
Drink?
I'm also requesting, because they never said, I'm requesting a keg of Cobra.
You're absolutely off your tits on the chair.
I'm off my tits, because if I'm going to die, I'm going to die.
Can we all just elaborate? You all just confirm we're all on death's row for something we didn't actually do and we've been framed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've not done anything wrong.
Done
And also, and I'm also sharing the poppadom starter with George because we're getting killed opposite.
Yeah.
So
You're just like you're like frisbeeing some poppadoms through the railings.
We're in electric chairs, you know, with the
No, you won't be there when you're eating. You'll be in the cell.
No, with the baby hat on, right? And we've got a wooden table in the middle of us. Good luck.
You don't eat your. Can you imagine?
Poppadoms, sir. Yes, please, thank you. And they've got the little tray of sauces.
Mango chutneys and everything.
Dip it in. Nice, yeah. Right, see you on the side, fella.
Brad, what's yours? Go on.
Bridley Towers.
McDonald's, move on. McDonald's, move on.
McDonald's, move on.
I would order for my last meal
This is going to be ridiculous.
a Big Mac meal.
Oh, for
Fuck off! No, you're not.
It'll go large, of course.
Large chips, a large Fanta, a double cheeseburger,
Go out, piss.
a mayo chicken burger,
Yeah.
and if I could, a side of chicken selects
You can.
and chicken nuggets with as many.
You'll throw up.
I'm dead. As many sweet and sour dips as I can be given.
Well, they give you two. They give you two.
Well, I give
Brad,
them
get a share box
20
for-
nuggets.
Brad.
Four, then.
What if you can get the what's that? The secret, the Szechuan sauce.
The
The one that doesn't exist anymore.
Morty, it's the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah.
Szechuan sauce.
You know the one I mean.
Szechuan sauce. I
No.
think it is called Szechuan sauce. I don't want that Szechuan sauce. I want sweet and sour sauce.
All right.
And I will have a large Fanta. And you might all be saying, "Oh, but he's not had a beer." And then you're right. I don't want
That's
a
right.
beer.
He's put a bit of Jack in his Fanta.
I want
probably.
Fanta. I want
Oh, he's not. He's not made it a janter.
No, it's a Fanta.
He doesn't care about being a little bit drunk. He's dead.
That is my meal, and I will eat as much as I
What?
can.
You don't want to go
I
out
will
pissed
eat.
as a fart.
I will eat as much as I can, so that when I'm on that chair, and I've been done for a crime I didn't commit,
We didn't.
and I die, I will fart and shit and gas so much crap because my IBS would be fucking going off the charts.
They need to do that.
And they give you a toilet, but I'm fucking dead, so I ain't going to use that toilet. I'm just shitting my pants.
Yeah, but who's cleaning that up? It's not their fault. Who's cleaning that up?
I don't care. It's everyone's fault.
Saint, mate.
Yeah, fuck off, George. We're about to be fucking.
Yeah, we did just have it in the loop.
We're about to be done down the river, mate. Don't protect these people that are putting us down. We need justice, and if justice is me shitting and farting all over the executioner, I will.
I can imagine Brad in his Fanta jumper going, "You'll never take me alive."
I'm more concerned by the fact that your go-to last meal is McDonald's. That's very sad. Sorry.
Look. To be honest, to be completely honest, I did it for a bit of a meme.
Mate.
I did it for a bit of a meme.
Yeah, fair.
I did it for a bit of a meme. But yeah, I think it'd be quite. I think I'd enjoy it. I think
for about 5 minutes.
Look. At the end of the day,
no, mate.
Before we go to the end.
No, fuck you. Do you know what? Fuck you, Dan. Oh, because I didn't pick something a bit fancy. Go fuck yourself, all right? I'm all about that 7 out of 10 McDonald's and how cheap it is, all right? So fuck you.
Never wants a 10 out of 10.
Right, anyway, I'm shutting up. You're shutting up. We're all over that death sentence there.
It's enough.
Didn't need it. Didn't need to die, but we did. So, Charlie, you're on death's row and you've got TY Beats to pick before you go. What is it?
Oh, God, that's weird.
Final TY Beats.
Well,
just as you're on the thing.
You know what? You've actually fucked me a little bit because I had a thought about what I'd put in, but then you've now made the pressure of it being because of Death Row. And
okay, forget the Death Row. It was just a joke to
get
into it. TY Beats.
No.
I know exactly what TY Beats I want.
Do you know what I've been listening to recently, right? One of my favourite albums of all time, right?
Go on.
What Did You Expect from the Vaccines?
Okay, yeah, really good album.
Do you remember that album?
Yeah.
2011, it was fucking amazing, right? What's the best song on that album, George?
Is that
title track? No.
What do you think? There's a song called "What Do You Expect from the Vaccines" on there?
I don't know.
That it sounds like
no, there isn't. Is that the one with
What's the best?
No.
Oh no, isn't there one that says "What did you expect"? Isn't there one called "Makeup Sex"? Or something?
There is post-breakup sex.
That's the one. Sorry, that's the one. Yeah.
Incorrect. Dan, what do you think the best song is from?
I'm just reminding myself of the track listing.
Incorrect. Brad, what do you think?
Oh, okay, yeah, no, right, it's Wetsuit. It's Wetsuit all day long.
Incorrect.
No, shut up, it's Wetsuit.
The best song is
post-breakup sex.
Incorrect. It's called All in White. That's the best song.
Is it?
So I'm going to add that. Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm going to add to TY Beats. Go and listen to the album from start to finish. Honestly, it's amazing. Honestly, it's like one of my favourite albums of all time. Massive influence for TYB.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound anything like TYB. Doesn't sound like anything like TYB, but the melodies are unreal. So
yeah, absolutely.
Enough, she just did what I said on the podcast at some point back in the early days, where she just jumps through my window. And hear my
it happened.
She always loves to be involved.
As the last podcast of season 1 finishes, it actually happened.
It actually happened.
So, George, what's the best 2-year break song that everyone should be listening to?
The best 2-year break song.
OMG, he's in the house.
Incorrect.
Is that
George?
Well? It's OMG.
Incorrect.
He's in the house.
What do you incorrect? Dan, what do you think it is? Incorrect. Right, everyone, it's OMG's in the house. If you want to follow us on socials, we're everything /2-year break.
Yeah.
And if you want to follow us on the 2-year break specific podcast, it's the Twitter / the 2-year break podcast.
No, wrong.
It's the / the TYB podcast.
Correct.
That's the first bit. And George, got any final parting comments?
Absolutely.
No, incorrect.
Oh.
Okay, I'll take some final things here. I want to thank everyone that's watched us from the beginning.
Yes,
and stuck with us throughout.
Are you going to cry?
No, I'm not going to cry.
Oh.
This is the end of season 1. And the main thank you, no offence to all you lovely fans out there, the main thank you I'd like to thank is George Lilly for coming up with the games, hosting this, and coming up with the idea to do the podcast. So thank you very much, George.
Mel Bands as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, George, for putting this, sorting this podcast out and making us all get off our asses and do it.
In that case, I would like to thank Bradley for editing the podcasts, and also the fact that I haven't really hosted them, but I have come up with the ideas, but everyone's hosted it.
Take the fucking credit and enjoy.
All right.
I'd like to thank Dan because he's
Can't even think
appreciate that. Thank you.
Dan and Charlie, you've clearly been in lockdown too much and you're clearly loving every day. So let's just move on and end this podcast. Thank you, everyone, for watching season 1.
We'll
George,
see season 2.
send us out, mate.
Right, for the last time in season 1, thank you for watching. If you want to support us, shop.toyourbreak.com. As Charlie said, /to-your-break on everything. And our dedicated Twitter is at the TYB Podcasts. And I think that is us.
That is us.
Yeah, that's us.
See you later, everyone.
See you later.
Bye, everyone. Appreciate you.